Abuse, child abuse, boys and girls on an island with monastery with monks who meant to be Order of the Cloth. They'd been abusing children for decades, admitted by the abbot, but not one monk was charged. It is a failure in delivering justice for those survivors. Now, I've spoken to many victims of these, let's say, horrendous activities on this island. The island which also housed some very well-known paedophiles. Yes, John Cronin, you may have heard his name, a fraudster and an abuser on the island, admitted in a December 2024 report. Then also Father Shannon, another long-term abuser, also been on that island. And then the Pierre de Resistance, yes, the very well-known person who's called himself Judd as a surname, was on the run for 8 years from the police until one of the victims identified him and reported him to the police. He was then taken off island, arrested, charged and jailed for 30 months. Now, what is going on behind the scenes? Well, there's been a review and an audit. That has come out and confirmed 54 children were abused, but no monk was charged. It wasn't one monk just doing that. The Catholic Church have hidden this from view for such a long time and think they can hide behind the cloth just because they do an audit and now say they're going to do safeguarding measures. Let me tell you, that review that was done in December 24, they have not implemented some of the major critical points that should have gone in straight away. And in fact, they're delaying on helping the survivors. They're delaying on safeguarding and audits and independent audits. And in fact, their accounts are full of trustees. They should not be there to run a business. They couldn't write their own paycheck because they're not paid. But they've presided over systemic abuse, and their accounts don't make healthy reading. And in fact, I go further than that and say there's more than just theft still happening on the island. So watch this space. Newspapers, television programs are swarming all over our investigation now. And a big thank you to one of the major TV channels. They will be doing something about this very shortly. But we've actually gone to the UN Convention, the Istanbul Convention. We've also gone to the Parliament in Wales. We've gone to the safeguarding units. We've gone to the extra lengths of getting more witnesses that were not in the original report in December 2024. We also believe that deaths are being covered up. Much more to follow. And of course, evidence, as always, will be made available to the police. We need your support in looking at this. Go to my website and start down the files from tomorrow. For now, the other parts of the investigation, let me tell you, witnesses have come forward, new ones. And we will get this abbey closed down because the abbot and everybody else on the island, including those who left Ireland, the farm manager in particular, are all guilty of allowing this abuse to continue. We will not allow it to continue. If people don't think it goes on, let me tell you, I have 14 witness statements. We have documents. We even have documents of somebody threatening to murder one of the survivors. We have, on top of that, financial transactions. We have unusual goings on within some of the houses and homes and televisions in the monastery with DVD boxes. Yes, those DVD boxes which contain CDs and DVDs. Why would they have that? Within those contained boxes, there are movies. And it's not a Disney movie, but it involves children. Much more to follow. If you think you can get away from it, justice, you're not going to. Simonics Salamnasta Achentihide, which means in Dutch, Monks, justice is coming. You're not going to escape it this time.